Hi, it's Eric from EJ Cigar Box Guitars. This video is a couple purposes. First off, I have this new guitar, 3-string. So electric guitar strings, black seal tuners, poplar neck, walnut fretboard. We got some fret dot markers, the pearl. We got solder burns on the top. Single coil. We got a humbucker here, floating bridge, hinge. We got a volume knob for each pickup, and then they both go to the tone knob. The humbucker goes up to the psycho knob, and then to the jack. So, as you can see, not plugged in. So right now, it's tuned to EBE. Anyone that knows anything about the cigar box guitars, you can tune them to whatever you want. So GDG, whatever, you know. This has a handle. It does open. The neck is secured to the top. The only thing that's secured to the bottom is the battery. So we can go open it up. Back opens here. If you want it completely open, you'd have to take the battery out of the little battery holder, but it's not glued down, so you can actually open it while you're playing. You don't have to disconnect anything, you don't have to take strings off, nothing like that. Especially if you aren't going to use the psycho knob, you wouldn't even need a battery in there. Without a battery, or if the battery's dead, you can still pass through the psycho knob, you just won't get any distortion. So we're going to test this through 3 amps. We have a cigar box amp, we have a Honeytone amp, most music stores stock these, and then in a recent video you saw me use this. So we're going to do each of these little inexpensive amps. The amps, we're not going to have any effects, no gain, no tone, nothing like that. So what you're getting is the guitar itself going through the amp. So what we got here, first we're doing the cigar box amp, and let's see here, we'll do the single coil. Instead of explaining it every time, I'll do a single coil and then humbucker. I might do a little bit of psycho knob, but that's normal shit, you know. So we got single coil. So then switch the humbucker. Now this guitar, you could do like 50-50, 70-30, you know, whatever you want. I mean, we'll do a little bit of psycho knob. So, next we're going to go to the Honeytone. Again, no effects, just the guitar. So we'll switch back to the single coil. I mean, the Honeytone, they're nothing fabulous, but they're on a 9-volt. You can put it on a belt. They don't cost very much. And then here we have, what is this? EVH 5150. So let's turn it up. Single coil first. Switch over to the humbucker. So I mean, they're inexpensive amps. You know, none of them are anything fabulous. You know, it's mainly, you know, it's practice amp. You know, you're in a room, you just want to plug into the guitar and get some sound. You know, they're not gonna be anything fabulous. You know, don't go super loud. Although, like, I think all three of them have a gain control on them, so you can get them to boost if you crank up the gain. And then the guitar here has psycho knob. You know, you turn that up to, you're gonna be distorting and, you know, all that. What I can do, I just picked up a little amplifier that I'm going to be bringing to the store. I can do a little bit of an unboxing and we can see what that sounds like. It is here. You know, speakers at the store, nothing fabulous. So the intent is this would be a secondary one. So I can have two speakers set up there. So it has a little charging cord. Looks like it's a Type-C charger on this one. The other one's a micro charger. So we got, let's see what we got on this. So it's supposed to have lights, you know, this said Bluetooth and all that, you know, normal stuff. Looks like a place here you can set your phone. I mean, I'm not going to use any of that. It's got USB, SD card, aux, 2 mic jacks, and a charging. So we got some lights. Let's see here. So let's plug in the guitar. So that's the speaker cranked right up, and the guitar is as high as it will go. So I mean, this guitar right now is tuned to an EVE. Same chord progression I always use, but the chord names will change because the tuning has changed. So I mean, it normally would have been G, D, E minor, C. Now it's E. That'd be a B. So that means that should be a C sharp minor. And then this would be an A. This guitar was just finished the other day, so strings could very well still be stretching a little bit. Tuning is looking pretty good. So, see that one? Well, can't put it on the guitar stand or PA stand. So, let's bring it over to the humbucker. Now that's no distortion, psycho knob's not on, that's just the humbucker. most toe knobs don't really do much of anything. You have to have a pretty pricey capacitor on it to get the tone knob to actually have a good effect. Most guitars, the tone knob doesn't do hardly anything. So let's go over to the humbucker. First level of the distortion. The second. 3 and 4 puts out some nasty noise. That's auxiliary. Back to that's a play button. Yes. That's if you're using Bluetooth or auxiliary, you've got volume control, which doesn't do anything right now. Nice if it was able to go onto a speaker stand. There is no spot for that. I have a couple if I was to drill a hole in the bottom, but I'd want to take it apart before doing that because you could end up hitting the speaker itself. So I don't think it's worth doing that. So front, you've got light. On the top you got some controls. So you got your mic volume and your volume. Got an auxiliary, some kind of a mic button. I don't see what it's doing. I'd record a previous, play, next. On the back is your master. To turn it off, you got 2 jacks to put in mics. So in this case, I could do a guitar and a mic. I could put 2 guitars, 2 mics, or whatever. An auxiliary, get a USB, micro SD, charging port, and what looks like a reset button. Not sure why you'd want that. This is intended to be a makeshift karaoke machine type thing. But works pretty good for an inexpensive guitar amp, especially for the store. Come into the store, plug into it, try out the guitars. So this will give me 2 separate ones. Yeah. So that's the unboxing for this little amplifier. The 3 battery amplifiers. We went through that. We went through this plastic case guitar. So, normal. So you can see the pots. These are not the cheap dime pots. These are what they call them, quarter pots. Got a hinge. Different hinge than I normally use. I don't usually like these ones, but I didn't want to put the other hinge down here. So I was worried about the length. For anyone curious, this is pretty close to the size of a Strat. I can show you here. So, this is my burnt Strat I did. There's a video on this. I don't think we need to be plugging it in or anything like that. But we take that and this, see if we can get them relatively lined up. You can see the body is pretty damn close to the size of a Strat body. And if we try to line up the nuts, 12th fret is pretty close to lined up. This is a 25-inch scale. This is 25.5. So are you going to notice that half-inch difference? Not too likely. Only difference you really have, this only has 3 strings, where this has 6. And I mean, if you're following these videos, I'm sure you've seen the other videos regarding cigar box guitars. You know, they're tuned to an open chord. You don't need to know music theory. You don't even need to know what the name of the chords are. You just need to know what fret you're at. That's it. You don't need to know some of these more fancy chords. Like some of them I do, like the D chord, which, I mean, right now that would be a B chord, but, you know, I mean, you can play with one finger. There are some chords you can learn that are multi-finger chords. So like, the one I normally play that would be a D chord, if it was an open G tuning. The one that would normally be the E minor. Those each require 2 fingers and an open string. You don't have to know that stuff. And pretty much any music book for cigar box guitar that you buy on eBay, Amazon, anywhere like that, they're all written to the GDG open G chord tuning, which is why most of the guitars I do are tuned to that. This can easily be tuned to that. I just haven't bothered. I tuned it to an E and left it there. But, you know, normal, I'm on Facebook page, Instagram, you know, website, www.ejcigarboxguitars.ca. Come by to We Got Creative, in the Elgin Mall in St. Thomas, Ontario. You can try out any of the guitars I have for sale. There's a speaker, well, now there's going to be 2 speakers that you can plug into so you can hear them. Remember, these aren't guitar amps. You know, they don't have all the fancy effects. It's strictly so you can plug it in, you can see that the electronics is working, give a rough idea of the sound. The more expensive your guitar amp is, the better the sound you're going to get. Yeah. You can custom order something, so you want something a little bit bigger than a normal cigar box guitar. I can do that for you. You want it 3 strings, 4 strings, left-handed, right-handed. You want a psycho knob. You want 2 pickups, 3 pickups, 1 pickup, a piezo pickup, P90, humbucker, single coil. You know, we can go through all that. You know, what kind of sound are you looking for? If you're just looking for a wall hanger, you know, just pop a piezo in it. Then if you change your mind and down the road you decide to play it, or you sell it to somebody and they want to play it and plug it in, it already has a pickup inside. That's why I only do guitars that have pickups. Saves from, you know, a year later, you have to open that guitar back up just to put a pickup in. You know, it's easier if you just do it in the first place and you're done with it. So, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever else you can think of. Catch you later. Bye.